welcome to Shabbat morning at Temple Beth El, Israel. We're glad you're here as we sing Hine Ma Tov, how good it is that brothers and sisters dwell together. Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov, Hine Ma Tov, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hine Ma Tov, Hine Ma Tov, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov U'Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. And now, for those of you who wear the talit, remember, we all wear the talit, even if it is emotionally, because the threads on the bottom share with us the remembrance of all of the mitzvot of God. And so we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lihit atef batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Sha'asani ben Chorin, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Sha'asani Yisrael, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Ozer Yisrael b'gvura, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Oter Yisrael b'tif'ara, who crowns Israel with splendor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Elu devarim she'ein lahem shi'ur, she'adam ocheo perotehem ba'olam hazeh, v'hakeren kayemet lo la'olam haba. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, od yahalelucha selah. Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am she'adonai Elohav. Happy are those who dwell in your house, they forever praise you. Happy the people who have it so, happy the people whose God is Adonai. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yamechon ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמיה, יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה וישירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen. Blessed, praised, honored, exalted, extolled, glorified, adored, and lauded be the name of the Holy Blessed One, beyond all earthly words and songs of blessing, praise, and comfort, to which we say, Amen. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Yotzer or uvarei choshech Oseh shalom uvarei et hakol Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai Kulam b'chochma asita Mal'a ha'aretz kinyanecha Tiparach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha Ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha selah Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir v'nizkech chulanu meheira le'oro Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer ha'ma'orot. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness you daily renew creation. In wisdom you formed them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai, our God, for the excellent work of your hands, and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Chemla Gedola Vitera Chamalta Aleinu, Ba'avur Avotenu V'imotenu, Shebatchu V'cha, Vatlamdem Chukei Chayim, Kein Techanenu, Utlamdenu. Ha'erinenu b'toratecha v'ta'avek libeinu b'mitzvotecha v'yafed levaveinu v'a'avahu yira'ah et shemecha ha'erinenu b'toratecha v'ta'avek libeinu b'mitzvotecha Ve'yafed levaveinu ve'a'avahu yira'ah et shemecha Lo nevosh lo nikalesh lo nikasher le'olam ba'ed ve'a'erinenu b'toratecha v'da'abek libeinu b'mitzvotecha ve'yafed levaveinu ve'a'avahu yira'ah et shemecha Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai said to Moses as follows, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all the commandments of Adonai and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your urges." Ba ba bim bim bum ya ba ba bim bum ya ba bim bim bum ya ba bim bum ay 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 ya ba bim bum ay 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 ya ba bim bum vi havo come on in my night. L'shimcha sefarat hayam yachad kulam hodu ve'yimlechu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Shtatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Shtatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Shtatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Shtatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chazdei Avot v'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Yibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Zomech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayim Emunato Lishenei Apar Michamocha Ba'Giburot Umito Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah HaChayot HaKol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol. You are forever mighty, Adonai. You give life to all. You sustain life through love, giving life to all through great compassion, supporting the fallen, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Let us sanctify your name on earth as it is sanctified in the heavens above. As it is written by your prophet, Holy, holy, holy is Adonai Tzvaot. God's presence fills the whole earth. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot, Milochol haaretz kivodo. Adir Adirenu Adonai Reneinu Adir Shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo. Echad Eloheinu Avinu Malkeinu Moshiachenu והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל החי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גלך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גלך. ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, קדושתך נקדיש. ושירך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש, לעולם לעולם ועד. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גלך. לדור ודור, לדור ודור, לדור ודור נגיד גלך. ברוך אתה אדוני האל continue now silently with the Shemona Esrei and meet together at Sim Shalom. Ein Chesed Rachamim Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Sim Shalom. And here we are at Temple. We have no idea, but we found it online, and it seemed like a good dream for us at Temple Bethel Israel to turn this into our new sanctuary. Over the next few weeks, we will probably be using different backgrounds of different synagogues around the world as we can find the pictures and maybe explain something about Judaism around the world. But in the meantime, we are with this synagogue, which right now has no name, but we will look. In the meantime, on our journey to this sanctuary, we have come to the last portion of Genesis, Vayechi, and it relates to two deaths. The death of Jacob, whose name is now Israel. Remember, Yisar El, for you wrestled with God, and reaches its final conclusion with the death at 110 years old of Joseph. In both cases, there is a clear understanding of their impending passing and clearly defined blessings prior to that passing. Well, what do I mean by clearly defined blessings? Each of them blesses their family, their children and their families in different ways, and as we go through it, you will see and hear how structured and organized are their lives at the coming of their end. What wish fulfillment! What a dream for each of us to offer a prescient vision given the perfect combination of clear thinking and timing. I would assume it to be the perfect conclusion to a life well organized. On the other hand, it might simply be a demise in a movie, where most people get to organize their last thoughts before the bullet does its work and they pass in the arms of their loved one. But I wonder what we would say if we had the chance to organize our last words, a spoken legacy presented to those we love. There is a concept in Judaism of a living will, a vision of words to be looked at after we are gone by those we leave behind. It doesn't speak of our things, our property, our stuff. That's a legal will, and the attorneys can organize that for us, hopefully in appropriate time as well. But we're not talking about the stuff of our lives. A living will speaks of how we have lived, what we have learned through our trials, our tribulations, and our joys. Most importantly, it is written to share all of the above and more with those we can still motivate to live by a certain code of ethical moral designation, who we want them and hopefully they themselves choose to be. Over the years, I have often imagined what a living will would look like. Wishes for loved ones, a review of ethical lessons learned, perhaps specifics for children, siblings, a spouse. It's different than making New Year's Eve resolutions, which we're going to do this week in just a couple of days. Because you know as well as I do, most New Year's resolutions don't come to last through the week, no less the year. But a living will represents a vision for the future, as Jacob offers to his children as he blesses each of his 12 sons individually. The story talks of it. As Joseph does at 110 years old when it is his turn to pass, and he blesses his children. Let us then, going forward this year, at the end of a year unfortunately unforgettable, no matter how hard we try, let us look forward to a new year with new visions, newly acquired strength, new answers to old questions, new resolve to what we stand for and what we believe. Let us remember we are children of Israel. Ye Sar'el, you wrestled with God, and you prevailed. Let us be children of God as well. And we are faced with challenges, we know that. But we can surpass our challenges. We can win. We can, as the story says, Ki sarita, for you wrestled with God. Vatuchal, and you achieved. You prevailed. Here's to a happy, healthy vision for going forward day by day in this coming year. May it be a good year for your family, for your children and your children's children. May it be a good year for your legacy with your family and your temple family. Together, all of our families can surf through the rough waters of COVID-19 and all of its challenges. My father, in blessed memory, in his own handwriting, used to tape a little saying on the dashboard of his car, and it moved from car to car to car to car to car to car. But the little phrase was 4 words, and it moved his life forward. And this too shall pass. 5 words. And this too shall pass. We ask for God's help and guidance and the strength to meet God's test. Shabbat Shalom. We now continue towards the end of our service as we turn to the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon ha'kol, l'teit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, yigor aleinu k'chol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, shehunot hashamayim v'yosed aretz, umoshav yekaro b'shamayim mima'al, ushchina duzo, B'gavhei miromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu epes ulato, kakatu v'torato, v'yadatayom b'ashivota elivadecha, ki Adonai hu ha-Elohim, B'shamayim mima'al, ve'al ha'aretz, mitachat ein od, V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, l'melech al kol ha'aretz, Bayom ha'hu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, u'shemo echad. remember silently as we think of loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, as well as those who have departed in years past as we recognize their yard sites. We also remember those taken by the hands of the oppressor, including over 1.5 million children for whom we are responsible to recite Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chilutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chaye echon u'v'yom echon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'meru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'lalmei al-maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dikudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'alma v'meru Amen. Yehei shalom Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru Amen. Oseh shalom v'mramav huya aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Amen. May God bless his house with love. Bless our lives, our children and our families. Bless all of those who have lost their way. Bring peace to all who seek a world of beauty. Give blessings, God, to all these today. Amen. Amen. May God bless this house with love. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, and have a happy New Year.